So if anything at all, then it's Christianity that borrowed the idea from the Egyptians. Now, Horus had a virgin mother. Now, he also disappeared for 18 good years. Horus was baptized in River Jordan by Anot, that is John the Baptizer. He was born on 25th December. He died and resurrected on the 3rd day. So the question you and I should be asking ourselves is whether Christianity borrowed the idea from the Egyptian mythology. You understand? Because it is clear, and you see, we must read and identify and come out to certain things. The wholesale importation of ideas will not help us as Africans. No, this is a wholesale importation of ideas. Apart from that, Horus also had 12 disciples. And the head of the disciples was Peter. You see, like John Shelby said, religion does not aim at the truth. That is a fact. You understand? Religion does not aim at the truth. Apart from that, let's come to Mitralism. Mitra, the sun god, was a religion which was introduced by Zoroaster. Mitra was called the son of God. He was born on 25th December. He had a virgin mother. He had a spiritual father. He had apostles or disciples. And the head of the disciples was called Petrus. He died and then promised his followers that he will go to heaven, he will go to the Father and come back for them. And for so many years, Mitra has not come back. And in fact, I listened to one British professor. I followed her, I listened to her. And where Vatican is currently located was actually used for the worship of Mitralism. And during the Roman Empire, most of the Roman soldiers became worshippers of Mitralism because Mitra was seen as a god of courage. And so they carried the idea of Mitralism with them during the battlefield. And so it's only Christianity that came to consume Mitralism. Let me give you another example from Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, Zeus is God. And so Zeus took a girlfriend per the Greek mythology, not from me. Now, he took a girlfriend, and so he used to change his form into a real human being. He came and then enjoyed with his woman. And then there was an evil god, an evil woman who was living around. She realized it and told the woman, please, next time that man comes to you, now let him promise you one thing. Then after he had promised, now tell him, after he has given his word, just tell him that you want to know his real nature. And so one day Zeus came, and then women, the way women are, they can easily sort of seduce you and convince you to do certain things to your advantage. So the gods were even falling foul to that. Zeus came there, and then the woman just asked him, please promise me one thing. And Zeus said, what is it? Zeus never asked him what is it, but he said, okay, I will do that. I will do that for you. And so now they had what they wanted and everything. And in fact, the woman said that he just want to know the real nature of Zeus. And Zeus knew that now the woman cannot stand it. And so, after they've enjoyed, now Zeus, God among the Greek mythology, actually acted according to the promise that he has given to the woman. And he turned into his real nature in heaven. And then the woman collapsed. And as at that time, the woman was pregnant with the Greek god of wine, which is called Dionysus. And so Zeus realized that the woman was about to die. So he took the child from the woman's womb and then put it in his thighs. He put it there. And so when it was time for birth, now Zeus brought the child from his thighs. And then the child was born, and he was called Dionysus. That is the great god of one. Now, Zeus went everywhere and allowed people to enjoy, but finally, he was attacked and then he died. He died and went into the underworld. When he went to the underworld, Dionysus saw his mother there. And so resurrected the mother, and then after 3 days, the two of them came back to the earth. So, my good friend, this story of Christianity that now Jesus is the only person who died and resurrected actually is absolutely a scam. And I really don't want to believe that, because you realize that there have been a whole lot of stories in ancient time before Jesus that where gods have relationship with a spiritual father and a virgin mother, they died and resurrected. So that is why now if you read carefully, I'm referring you, if you read carefully about Acts chapter 17, when Paul went to Athens, you know, that place he met the Stoic and then the Epicurean philosophers. And, you know, those people were academicians. Read Acts chapter 17 and then you see all those things. And then Paul, they realized the kind of theory that Paul was preaching, so they invited him to their place of debate. And so Paul went there, started preaching, and then started talking about Jesus and blah, 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 blah. And so he got to a point where Jesus resurrected and went to heaven. And then, you know, some of them made mockery of him. And others, being polite, said, okay, we better hear from you next time. Because Paul was telling them something which exists in their mythology. And therefore, it's not acceptable to them. Because, yes, that is where we have the Stoic philosophers and the Epicurean philosophers in Greek. You understand? And so they totally disagree with Paul. They made mockery of him. You understand? You can refer to that chapter as chapter 17, like I said. And so that is issues about. And so you realize that no religion is better than the other. The issue of propagating that my religion is better than yours is a matter of you not being literal. You don't have literacy in religious studies. You understand? And so you play an extremist position, thinking that what you know is the best. And so for me, it is absolutely wrong. And no religion is better than the other. One philosopher said that every religion is good that teaches man to be good. And then another philosopher said that now there is only one religion, but we have different 100 versions of it. What it means is that there is only one God, and then we all have versions of God. No one is having a true God. We all have the true God. You can't take monopoly of true God or whatever. We all have God, and that is what we believe in. And people's right to believe in religion must be respected. And the right of the black man to believe in religion must be respected. That's all. And that is all that. And so, I guess, once we've gotten to this point, now in my next narrations, yes, we'll be doing a great work. We'll be talking about my experience with a great river goddess. In fact, I'm doing all these things. Now, I've gone through all these things now to tell you that now any form of religion is acceptable. And so if somebody wants to solve his problem through African religion or whatever, now you shouldn't condemn that person and thinking that now you have the best religion all over the world. No, it is absolutely wrong. That is a form of religious intolerance, and it should not be acceptable. You understand? It should not be acceptable. Now, you believe, you do what you feel is good. There should be religious freedom, religious tolerance, and there will be peace all over. And that is why some academicians are saying that even religion should be a private affair. It shouldn't be a public affair, so that it doesn't create problem for us. Because you can't tell me that your religion is the best. It's not the best. What we all have is the best. Yes, you all have the best religion. Christianity, Islam, African religion, they are all good. And so we must respect each other when it comes to religion.